Hello, my darlings. I hope you all are well. I am so glad you all could be here today. Look, today we've got a little bit of background noise going on because before I came on, I stopped by the pet store and I grabbed our little mascot some treats. So let me show you what he is
Say
doing.
thank you to the
I
subscriber.
recorded a little video of him here, and I'll show you a photo as you guys are coming into the room. Make sure you say hello to the mods. And Monster says thank you for the treats and for the gifts. As you can see, I bought him a little lamb chop toy that I had mentioned in the prior stream that I would show you guys. And I bought him this beef bone that he is right now going at. So let me show you this video.
Monster.
Just going at it. Leave me alone, lady.
Excuse me. Hello. You say thank you. Say thank you to the subscribers. Say thank you.
He's just like, go away, lady. Once you've given me this bone, don't talk to me. Leave me be, please. All right. Let me show you a photo of him right before I gave it to him. Let me show you here. He is such a good boy here. Let me show you. There we go. There we go. Look, I happened to catch him with his tongue out too, which was perfect. So this is his little beef bone I bought for him today and his little squeaky lamb chop toy. He loves lamb chops. He has a larger one that he, has fun with every single night and day whenever he gets a moment. But this is Monster. Many of you guys have been asking. He is a purebred Shih Tzu. He is AKC certified also because his parents were show dogs. That's where Monster comes from. So he is a bit more well-mannered than most Shih Tzus. He isn't a yappy fellow. He's actually pretty quiet, but he is a snob. He doesn't like hanging around other dogs. He doesn't like drinking out of any other dog's like water dish or anything. But Monster says thank you for the super chats that you guys send, for the treats that he gets, because that is what I really spend it on, either that or like gummy bears and candy. But my darlings, we are here for a reason, and the reason is that we all remember when our favorite Raggedy Duchess went onto Jamie Kern Lima's podcast and decided to share this story about Harry. Okay, listen to this nonsense.
So a fox, if you haven't noticed, my husband's very, very handsome. But his heart is even more beautiful. I mean, that man loves me so much. And, look what we built. We've built a beautiful life and we have 2 healthy, beautiful children. And, and I always think about it like the end of Super Mario Brothers when you get to the final level. And what's the goal in Super Mario? They're like, slay the dragon, save the princess. I'm like, that's my husband. He's just out there, just constant, like he's just going to do whatever he can to make sure that our family is safe and protected and we're uplifted and still make time for date nights.
Are you in love now more than ever?
Are you in love now more than ever? Oh my God. I don't know whether I should be calling Jamie Kern Lima Lord Farquaad or call her Buzz Lightyear. I'm sorry, the way she speaks, why are you talking like that? It's ridiculous.
You've ever been?
Yeah, I mean, you have to imagine at the beginning, everyone has like butterflies and then we immediately went into the trenches together.
Yeah.
This nut job, this absolute nut job. Imagine talking about going into the trenches. Okay, the trenches. This is where soldiers and veterans would hang out for days on ends with bugs, cockroaches, mice, rats, whatever crawling over them. Some of them getting gangrene because they're exposed and their bodies are in water for half the times. The worst conditions ever. You are comparing moving into a home paid for by taxpayers, on royal estates, being given security, joining the royal family to the trenches. You idiot.
Right out of the gate, like 6 months into dating. So now 7 years later, when you have a little bit of breathing space,
A little bit of breathing space.
you can just enjoy each other in a new way. And that's why I feel like it's more of a honeymoon period for us now. So
Yeah.
fuck.
Okay, we see. But Meghan claims that Harry's a fox. Let's listen to this. You always notice how she never really says she loves him or how much she adores him. She says, my husband's a fox.
So a fox, if you haven't noticed, my husband's very, very.
I don't believe that. She's like, no, definitely, you know, I'm bullshitting about this, but I'm just gonna say he's a fox. But you know, him and I, we haven't fucked in over like 6 years. And if we were to bang, it would definitely be with the lights off, and one of us would be wearing a paper bag over our heads. Guess who it would be? Because it definitely wouldn't be me. So I would think Meghan would be the type that would imagine Marcus Anderson when she was doing Harry at the beginning stages of their relationship. You know, when she had to pretend like she was so into him and loved him and everything about him was just so sexy. Harry's the ugly brother. Harry is like, let's take a look at this real quick, okay? Because I'm giving you all a warning now. I'm going to say this now. Please make sure you are not drinking any liquids during this live. And to those who are watching this on the replay later, I'm warning you all now also. Do not be drinking any liquids during this live because I will not be held liable or accountable for any devices, programs, computers, anything that you damage from spitting your water all over it because I am in a very petty mood because yeah, I'm just feeling petty. I don't know if it's because of Shark Week, if I'm PMSing, who knows? I just feel ultra petty today. And I'm just warning you guys all now. All right. So let me get into this. Is this man a fox? Do you consider this man to be a fox? I'm drinking some wine. Uh-oh. Oh dear. We wouldn't want to be wasting that now, would we? Shark Week. I like how the women in the chat get that right away. Look at this man. Could you imagine this man laying on top of you, making love to you? Definitely not. This is the man who Meghan claims is a fox. Let's take another look here. I was going to make a video out of this, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to come on the live and is this man a fox? Do you find him sexy? Do you think this guy looks like I can smell him through my screen? Blech. I don't know. I don't know about sexy. You'd have to pay me a lot of money to sleep with this guy. Not that I would ever sleep with a guy for money, but with Harry, oh dear Lord. You definitely know that Harry, look, nobody wanted Harry. I said this so many times. There is nobody who wanted marry Harry in the aristocratic circles. This is one of my favorites. I cannot take credit for whoever made this image. If anyone can leave a comment below about how I can, get this to center again, because my computer did this wacky update and for some odd reason now I cannot get it to center my images. So if you can let me know in the chats below, let me know. But look at this. This is a fox. I know that many in the UK go fox hunting. Is that what Meghan wants? She wants Harry to be, taken out. Who knows? Does she find him to be a pest? Is he annoying? Because that's what people do to foxes. They hunt them. It definitely just does look like him, doesn't it? Huh? It definitely looks like Harry for sure. But this is a man who I would not be classifying as a fox. Look at this. Yells and screams in the face of young children. I'm sorry. If I saw a grown man yelling in the face of a young boy, I'd be like, what the hell is wrong with you? But this is Harry. Yeah. What a wacko. Foxes like trash. There's a lot of things that like trash. Stephen Magnus said one of them has mange. It's not the fox. Oh dear, oh dear. Stephen, I love that. I absolutely love that. Look at this. What a fox. What a lovely fox. I hope I don't get that song stuck in my head now. What does the fox say? Ding, 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 ding. Oh dear. Well, it's better than that shark song, remember? Baby shark, doo doo. I had that stupid song stuck in my head for months. For months. Couldn't stand it. But let me get back on topic. So the reason why I'm bringing up Harry and his foxy looks is because, look, I personally think myself that Meghan has been feeding Radar some stories and giving them these, or having people around her feed Radar these stories, because another story has come out claiming that, look, Harry has deep-seated insecurities and he needs Meghan to daily give him reassurance and tell him how handsome he is as he struggles amongst LA's beautiful people. Well, if Harry had a pair of balls, he could take the money that Meghan is always spending, that is his, and go get some facials done. Go get some Botox there in your wrinkles. Get your teeth fixed. You are in LA. You've got tons of dentists at your access. And I'm sure Harry could easily find a dentist that would give him a nice set of chiclet looking veneers that are too big for his mouth, that give him horse, you know, when these individuals get veneers that are way too big and it's like, nee, nee. It's almost like the horses have better dentures than these folks. Yes, I know, Neely. He'd probably definitely be gross looking, but he could take care of his looks. He's got lots of access where he resides. He's too busy sitting at home, hanging out with Doria, past the Duchy to the left-hand side, cell block 6, Ragland. And they probably hang out just, getting blitzed all day. He plays Xbox, does nothing, scratches his balls, and that's it. That's Harry's days. But Harry could go get some plastic surgery done, looking like Fabio. I mean, pay to look like Fabio, but no one's going to be interested in him. But let's talk about this article, because I feel like Meghan is planting these articles to basically make him even more insecure, to eat at his psyche. Because why would you want this kind of news out about your husband? So it says here that Prince Harry has earned a new ego-stroking nickname at home, not Duke or Spare, but Fox. But RadarOnline can reveal it has nothing to do with his ex-actress wife, Meghan Markle, finding him attractive. Instead, she has to use it every day to reinforce his confidence in the glittering environment of LA, where sources tell us the ginger royal rebel is feeling uglier than ever. I don't know about you. That's pretty telling, is it not? Look, I'm just saying, but at first when I read this first paragraph, I'm thinking, what the fresh hell is this? I need to come on here and just be like, this exclusive is ridiculous. Harry feeling ugly in LA. He thinks that he isn't that great looking, so Meghan has to reassure him every single day. He went from being a respected prince in the UK to now he has to get reassured by Meghan that he is incredible. He is amazing. And yet he is none of the above. Nobody would touch Harry with a 100-foot pole, even if you paid them $500 to do so. I wouldn't do it. I would think that some kind of cooties of his or something would run up that pole and like infect me with like some kind of virus. Look, I'm just being petty. I'm not being mean. I'm not bullying, but we're being honest here. This feels like Meghan is starting to lay the grounds for, you know, the nasty games that she is going to play with Harry, that she did with the royal family, that she did with her own father. We saw the way that Thomas Markle was dragged for filth and painted like he was some kind of white trash individual when he went out to go buy some beers for some workers. Remember, they painted him like a drunk, like, oh, look at this fat, out of shape white guy going to buy some beers. And Meghan is so like, she is so embarrassed by this. And yet, yeah, Meghan will literally perform a BJ on 90210, but she's not embarrassed about that, right? Ridiculous. But now this is starting to happen to Harry. Grace says they had it all and blew it. They had it all, but their egos, Meghan's ego has blown everything. Meghan has no talent. Meghan does not have the it factor that some celebrities have, that you're attracted to them. People can tell that Meghan is not special. And the fact that, look, you've been trying to become famous all these years. You married into the royal family. You could have had a huge platform had you stuck it through with them and not thought that you were the superstar of the family, when really you are nothing but a talentless Soho House escort who managed to get the low-hanging fruit of the royal family, the dimwit that nobody wanted to marry, and you manipulated him to marrying you into thinking that I'm your mummy. The fact that Harry would want to bang someone thinking that she's like my mom is like sick. It's sick. Definitely disgusting. But this article continues on to say that the talk comes after sources told us Harry has secretly tried subtle hair transplants to fix his fading locks. One source claimed Harry is no gym bunny or LA beauty freak. Yeah, no shit. He has British teeth, is podgy and ginger and freckly, as well as balding. He feels totally ugly in LA and out of place among Meghan's wellness-obsessed crowd. She constantly has to tell him he's a fox to bolster his ego. How many times have I told you guys that Meghan, since her days in Suits, even well before that, many people know that Meghan has always said gingers are the ugliest men ever. And yet here she had to end up screwing a ginger prince to get noticed, and she fumbled that bag horrendously. So in order to make herself feel better about herself, what is she doing? She has to make Harry feel insecure. She has to make Harry feel like he is worthless. He is ugly. Look at you amongst all of these hard six-packs men in LA, here in the hills and everything. And you, Harry, well, you are just a prince. Nothing special. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely wild to me. Normal and Sussex cannot live in the same sentence. It's an oxymoron. It's definitely an oxymoron. Why would one publish this? It's It's definitely Meghan. The last couple of articles on Radar kind of feel like they have Meghan's long claws all over it. Okay. Meghan hates gingers. Harry loves blondes. I know. Harry needed to marry a blonde. But the thing is that Harry should have married a blonde man. Because I don't think Harry is into women. And that's just my opinion. Let me just show you something here. I was just being messy on X a little bit earlier today. And I asked a legitimate question. A very, very legit question. I want to know why Harry has never looked at Meghan the same way that he looks at men. Have you seen Harry look at Meghan in this manner? I don't think so. But what about here? I mean, I've never seen Harry try and tickle Meghan's beard. Whichever one it is. This is a very, very close embrace. Here, kissing men on the cheek. I don't ever see him kissing Meghan on the cheek or anything. This is when he was younger. This is behavior that he has always had since he was young. Very close with Trudeau. So close with Nacho. I mean, Nacho's got something going down there for Harry. Oh, God. Flatter than a pancake on both sides. Nothing to grab and no bulge. Ugh, goodness. But I'm just saying, Harry should have married a man. Just let it happen. Go on. Go ahead. These days it's accepted. Meghan, in my opinion, is just his beard, but Harry, you need to come out of the closet. So this stupid article by Radar, in my opinion, is just Meghan trying to make Harry feel very insecure about himself. The fact that she pulled him in LA where there are a bunch of freaks that are obsessed with beauty. Seriously, when you live in LA, when you live in this area, you need to be confident with yourself. You can't be comparing yourself to anyone because you will just make yourself sick. I've seen some women with the biggest, fakest bazongas you will ever see, their lips injected. They literally look like walking blow-up dolls. And I don't know, some men like that. I'm not into it. I like the more natural look. I'm just saying. That's my thing. But now I feel like Meghan is using Harry's looks to manipulate him, not only to make him feel insecure about himself, but she'll make him feel insecure by his surroundings, but also at the same time be like, no, Harry, you're the sexiest man I've ever been with. No one can make my legs quiver the way you do. I couldn't even say that with a straight face. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now, some people might say RadarOnline is bullying Harry to talk about his baldness in this article, to mention that he is ugly, that he has British teeth. I mean, that's quite rude, but I feel like that is totally something that would come out of Meghan's mouth because she's that immature to say something like that. That's just my opinion, that they have to let us know Harry's definitely had transplants, but it hasn't worked. It's failed on him. And I feel like then she uses that to manipulate him to say, no, Harry, you're the best I've ever had. You're the sexiest man ever. And this way, she keeps him under control. Harry was sexy for about 3 minutes. Yeah, when he was about Harry had this moment when he was, I don't know how, 15, 16. He was like, okay, he's kind of becoming an attractive young boy, but then he got into the club scene and it just went all downhill from there. It just went downhill from there. But I feel like this is an article just to make Harry feel bad. And some people will say, well, RadarOnline is bullying Harry. And personally, myself, I say that Harry is just getting a taste of his own medicine. We all remember how Harry talked about certain teachers in his book Spare, how he described the woman that he allegedly lost his virginity to, that woman, and compared her to a horse, basically. Harry, you're just getting a taste of your own medicine, which you definitely should get at some point. Maybe you'll grow up. The bully is now crying victim. Always, totally always. I agree. He had to lose his virginity in a muddy field where he belongs, the slag. Yeah, just look, no offense to pigs, but Harry is lower than a pig and he deserves to be in the mud and shit that he, flings at other people. Let me just say that. But look, guys, I've got a couple of appointments to run to. This RadarOnline article, I have it pinned in the description box below. There is a link. But basically, this article makes fun of Harry's fragile ego. The fact that Meghan has to build him up, to constantly have to call him a fox, to tell him he's sexy. Why would you want this kind of message out about your husband? The man that you say you love. It is horrible. But then again, you want to really see a fox? Let's talk about a real fox and end off on this note, because Catherine, our incredible Catherine, had an engagement today where she was joined by her very handsome husband. Let me see some of the pictures that I've got here. I love when William comes on to engagements with Catherine. This is after a storm. Some people are dragging Catherine for her hair here and how it looks. Those people need to get a life. I think Catherine looks amazing. Look, I love how he always, you can get photos of from the day they started dating where William has always looked out for her, has always had his hand on her back. But I feel like ever since her cancer diagnosis and everything she went through, the love between them has just been reignited, and there's something new between them. It's like they appreciate each other a lot more. Catherine looks beautiful, absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous. She loves her engagements that have to do with children. It started pouring rain on them while they were there. I mean, I love it. I absolutely love it. I love when William shows up on engagements. Let me see if I can find some more. Look at this. I love the hair on her. A lot of people are complaining and losing their minds about her hair, but this hair looks amazing. I love the lighter color on her. It's cute. I love it, guys. I absolutely, yeah, William does adore. Look, every woman deserves to have a man like William in their life, like where he is so attentive. And you can see, I have a post for later to post up, but you can tell just by the way Catherine is always looking at William. She loves her husband. She always loves that man. She's like, even if they were to leave tomorrow and give up everything, you know, she loves him for who he is and not what he can give her. That's the difference between Harry and Meghan. Meghan married Harry for what he could do for her and not love. Meghan never loved Harry, let's be honest. Jessica Alba for me, please. It's given Jessica Alba, right? Remember Jessica Alba with the lighter hair? Hold on, let me find it. Let me find it. Hold on, I know I can. It was like the hair that she had in right here. Because I remember I took this hairstyle to my own hairstylist and I was like, I want this hair. Let me find it here. Let me find it. There we go. Oh, Jessica Alba. Adorable. Love the hair. I love light hair. If I could do it, because my hair is very dark, very, very dark, and it grows fast, like I dye it blonde and roots are showing within 2 weeks. It's crazy. And I hate seeing dark roots against blonde hair. It's annoying. But anyways, my darlings, yeah, beautiful. I love Catherine. I love the engagement. I will do an update on the engagement that she had today. But if you guys think Harry is a fox, does he make your panties wet, ladies? Does he make your legs shake whenever you see him? Look at this man. Guys, does he turn you on? Does he make your zucchini stand at attention whenever you see this sexy, handsome man? Let us know in the comments below. If this guy turns your crank and turns your engine and gets you roaring, I'm sorry, I can't say that. Ah, too funny. I gotta get out of here, my darlings. Look, the links are in the description box below, my friends. He truly is goofy. He truly is. Snowdrop says, I would wear 10 pairs of pantyhose to keep him out. I would not only 10 pairs of pantyhose, Snowdrop, throw a whole chastity belt on there and throw the key into the river, too, to keep him out. That's what we... And constantly claim, no, darling, it's Shark Week. It's like a crime scene down there. I can't handle it tonight. Okay, don't go near there. It'll be like a whole murder on your zucchini. Anyways, my friends, I gotta go. I love you all so much. I will see you all later. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Make sure you hit the like button. Black Goose, when the divorce happens, it's not going to be messy. It is going to be so delicious. Seriously, like, grab your popcorn. Look, I will give away free popcorn when that divorce PR shit show hits the fan, because it is going to be the most incredible entertainment of the century. Okay. Anyways, my friends, I will go. I love you all so much. Talk to you guys later. Bye.